Hey y'all, Sam here. I hope that you're all doing well. I've been pretty sick, so if I sound a little funny, that is why. The sickness is still happening, but I'm feeling much better. So today we are going to try out several different products from Shop MissA and AOA Studios. So we're going to be trying out the priming spray and the setting spray, a couple of these color correcting concealers, the new Wonder Skin Illuminating Primer, their new Perfect Setting Powders, and this color that we are going to be using here is called Soft Light. We're also going to be trying out some of their foundations. I have tan and light here. When ordering foundation online, I usually go ahead and get a light and a medium tone just in case one of them doesn't work, or I can mix them together. And to apply these products, we're going to be using the Wonder Blender. This is the newer one, the super soft one, and these AOA Studio oval brushes. So I'm not sure if we should use this primer first or this primer. I feel like we'll use the spray first to let that soak into my skin. This UHD primer says that it's enhanced with aloe and long lasting. So let's go ahead and give it a spritz. But it feels refreshing. I don't smell any alcohol, so that's definitely a plus, because at this point we want to moisturize the skin. We certainly don't want to dry the skin out. Now that our priming spray has set in, we're going to go ahead and use this illuminating primer. Interesting sound. Kind of looks like a concealer. It's kind of beige. Just put a few dots. I don't know this one. My first impression of this is it feels very greasy. Like my fingers feel like I just put coconut oil on them. It kind of concerns me a little bit that this does feel so oily, considering I tend to have more oily skin to begin with. So when I use an oily primer, I feel like my makeup just kind of melts off my face during the day, and a streaky look is not a good look. I did not have any scent to it, and I do feel like my skin looks a little brighter, maybe a little bit more illuminated. Hopefully that's not because it's just oily and it's shiny. Alright, so next we're going to try this UHD concealer. This is in the color light yellow, and we're going to apply this under my eyes to try to conceal some of my dark circles. And it does have a little brush on there, so let's try to squeeze. Dear Lord. Okay, y'all, first problem. Ooh, okay. So this cream is so thick, it is not actually coming out into the brush. As you can see, it just popped open, and it feels pretty empty too. So I know it's a concealer and it's only $1, but you really don't get much product in there. Since this was a fail and it just kind of squirted everywhere, we're going to go ahead and use one of these little oval brushes, and we'll just try applying it like that. Wow, this cream is super thick. Makes me a little nervous. If you don't know this, putting a really thick cream under your eyes can exaggerate the wrinkles that are already there and not hide them. So, fingers crossed we don't have that problem. Alright, this is not blending in very well. It definitely looks bright though. Okay, so the tiniest amount goes a long way. Okay, so since this is not blending with that brush, I'm going to use the damp beauty blender and try to see if we can blend this in a little better. Oh, y'all, this is not blending. Can y'all see it's just like getting patchier? It's like it's pulling off the product and not spreading the product. Let's just switch to a bigger oval brush. This concealer is kind of failing me right now. It is covering my dark circles, so it does do that. We'll see how the foundation applies over it. But so far, my first impression of this one is a miss. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to foundation. So we have light and we have tan. Let's go ahead and see what tan looks like. Yeah, tan is a little dark, so let's switch over to light. Okay, light is still more of a medium, so if you're lighter than that, find a lighter shade than light. We're going to go ahead and try using the large oval brush to apply this on this side of the face, and then we'll try the Beauty Blender on this side. Some product on there, we'll just dab it and smear. Okay. That is going on very streaky, and it is very thick. And I'm not seeing a great amount of coverage from this. Alright, so this BB cream is failing me right now. So now let's go ahead and try the Beauty Blender on this side of my face and just see if it's maybe the brush. You know, different foundations work better with different applications. So I don't want to shoot it down yet. Okay, I'm really not getting any coverage from this. This foundation feels really thick, and I can feel it on my face, but usually when you have a really thick foundation, you have a lot of coverage. So, I don't know. Let's try thinning it out. It's probably not going to help my coverage issue, but maybe it'll help apply. I'm just going to take a little bit of this primer and squirt it on my hand, and we're going to mix in a little foundation. So fancy, my mixer is going to be the end of this brush, because, you know, that's how we roll. Alright, we're going to go back to this brush. Okay, so thinning it out with some primer definitely helped me apply the foundation. I still don't think it's got great coverage. You can still see like blemishes and like beauty marks, and I mean, they do call it a BB cream, so I know BB creams don't typically have as much coverage as like a true foundation. Just not sure I'm feeling these. And when I was applying the foundation, it took off most of that concealer that we struggled to get under our eyes. Maybe I did it backwards to begin with, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of this under my eyes again. I don't know. I'm not a beauty expert. I just like to play with makeup. Maybe you're supposed to do this after you do your foundation. I just always thought you color corrected before. Alright, so I brightened up underneath my eyes again with the concealer. This isn't going very well for me, is it? Let's go ahead and move on to the setting powder. So again, this setting powder that we're using right here is called Soft Light. I'm just going to dab in there a little bit, and we'll just blend this on. So the setting powder is working okay, but the more I mess with this area, the patchier it's getting. I can see like little lines and little cracks. I also have a banana powder in their setting powder, so I'm going to do the other side of my face using the banana powder and just see how that comes out. So off camera, I did go ahead and add a little blush, and this is called Air Glow number 5601 from AOA Studios, and then I applied this highlighter. This highlighter is actually one of their baked highlighters. It comes in its own pan. I just popped it out and put it in my Z palette just so it would be there all together, which I really do like these highlighters. I have a highlighter video on these highlighters. If you'd like to check out my video on the highlighters, I will go ahead and leave a little link up here for you and in the description box below. I haven't done my eyebrows yet, but I have this AOA Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil. It has the pencil on one end and a little spoolie on the other end. So I figured, hey, we're doing AOA products. Let's go ahead and slap this bad boy on these eyebrows because they need some help because they're really patchy. I think it's not a bad brow pencil. The only problem I have is I think the color I picked is a little orangey, a little bit more on the auburn side than my hair is. So color's not perfect. The pencil part works really nice. I will say the spoolie itself is a little rough, so I do suggest using a light hand if you use that spoolie, or just use a different spoolie. Before we get into the setting spray, I need to finish my eyeshadow, and for that I'm just going to use some more AOA Studios single potted eyeshadows. I love these eyeshadows, they're amazing. Alright, Alright, so here is my finished makeup look. I am wearing the AOA Studios Wonder Matte Lipstick in the color Blessed. And then for eyeshadow, I actually used this blush, this color here, as well as this rose gold shimmer that I love. So really basic look. Let's face it, I'm still sick, so as soon as I wrap this up, I'm about to go curl up in bed and watch some Netflix. Let's just be real. Now that I've got my whole face on, the only product left to try out is the setting finishing spray. Alright, it says just to hold it 12 inches from my face and spray several times. So let's give her a go. Can y'all see the giant dabs of water on my face? Miss not so fine on this one. And almost like I was spritzing myself with a water bottle. Maybe I just got a bad sprayer. I don't know. But this one came out a little chunky. Alright, so let's wrap this video up and let me give you my final thoughts. If any of these are hits or if they're all misses, because this didn't go so well. Starting with the priming spray, I do feel like this moisturized my skin and the sprayer was really nice. So for me, this one actually is a hit. It's a really good price and I do feel like it did moisturize my skin. Moving on to the concealer, you can probably already guess this is definitely a miss for me. It is way too thick. The bottle's almost empty. It did not come out the end very well at all. As you saw, the whole thing just kind of like exploded off. It was not blendable. It was super thick. For me, this just was not working. The Illuminating Primer, this one I'm still on the fence with a little bit, but it definitely helped that foundation when I blended it into that foundation. It went on a lot smoother, and it did make my skin look more illuminating. So, this one, we'll put this one on the hit for now. I mean, it's a primer for $1. Alright, so on to the foundation. I will say this foundation is kind of thick and it didn't have great coverage for me. We're going to give these a miss. Alright, so the setting powders. I have to say these are definitely a hit for me. $1 setting powders. Are you kidding me? I feel like these worked really well, actually. They really helped smooth out that foundation because I wasn't looking too hot. So these definitely helped save my overall look, and I'm very pleased with these. I will definitely buy more of these. Next, we have the eyebrow pencil from AOA Studios, and I'd give this a hit as well. I think for $1, this is a great eyebrow pencil. Spoolie, not a fan of the spoolie, but the product itself, I would give a hit. As y'all can probably already guess, I love these Wonder Mattes from AOA Studios. I think these lipsticks are fantastic. They wear wonderfully, and I don't feel like they're super dry, at least to me, but you can always top them with a little gloss. So yeah, this is definitely a hit. And their eyeshadows are a hit as well. These eyeshadows, however, are a little bit more on the pricey end. Maybe that's why they're so fantastic, but they are $2.50 each, I believe. And so if you buy 10 of them, you're spending $25. And lastly, the setting spray. Okay, so I didn't smell any alcohol in it. I do feel like it did end up setting my makeup nicely. Kind of on the fence on this one. If you've tried this product, let me know below. Do you think this should be a hit or a miss? Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and testing out all of these AOA Studio makeup products with me today. I hope that I helped you guys find some things that maybe you want to try and maybe some things to save your money on and not buy. You know, that's what I'm here for, to save you money while I waste mine. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Glamslam family. Also, don't forget, I currently have a unicorn giveaway going on my channel, so I will link that video below so you guys can certainly check that out and enter it. Well, as always, I hope that you guys have a beautiful, fantastic, and fabulous day. And until next time, bye y'all!